So they have mocked this entirely too much that this character is a male, that Sukihana is Tracy Morgan. So about a year or two ago, we seen that they were trending this tweet where she had brought up how people said she looks like Tracy Morgan and Martin Luther King. So of course they always tell a lie and a truth. That's where the black and white duality comes from. Black and white also symbolizes influence, but it also symbolizes double dealing, being two-sided. She is indeed Tracy Morgan, okay? Tracy Morgan and Sukihana look identical to each other, and this is absolutely disgusting. And shout out to Conscious X for making these side by sides. Now, originally I had made a video showing you guys that Sukihana's base character is Monique, and this is 100% true. It's Monique and Tracy Morgan. They're all the same. Even Monique has certain facial features that look exactly like Tracy Morgan, mainly the nose. All right, so here's another side by side of Tracy Morgan and Sukihana, and this always needs to be ingrained in people's minds, because I feel like some people go under a trance state where they don't understand that these female characters are both gendered. They are male also, okay? And the male characters are female, okay? People end up having a crush on these characters, and they shouldn't. It's very gross, and it's a part of their great deception. They want you to be attracted to them, but they're fooling you at the end of the day, and it's a big ha-ha. Like, this is an inverted character that we purposely made very provocative for all you people to see, and you guys could think, oh, that's a female, when it's not. All right, so 100% identical. Every single character within Hollywood, within their groups of the characters, they have a female character that has a male character, and then they have male characters that have female characters, okay? So that's why they're inverted, all right? I have a video on Patreon where I play Sims showing this exact thing. So if you guys don't understand that, I highly recommend go watch that video on Patreon. It's a really good video. And there's additional video on Patreon revealing more of how they are made. And it's just from a music video where they admitted how they were made. You know, they put this stuff in plain sight. Look at how they mock people. You know, a lot of people don't think this stuff is important, but they're always mocking you. And that's what I feel like is the purpose of me making these videos, because I really feel like people should understand that you're being mocked. Like, they are making a mockery out of you. For an example, why years ago, before the Sukihana character was even put out to the world stage, why would they be doing this? Why would they have this character purposely dressed up as a female? And the oddest thing is, he looks identical to his character when he was on this TV show pretending to be someone named Star Jones. All right, so this is just disgusting, and they do this stuff for a reason. Nothing that they do is random, okay? This was all predictive programming towards them developing this new character, Sukihana, and look how identical they look. Same exact nose, same everything. Now this is where things get disgusting. She's on a live stream and she looks exactly like this with a blue headband with a bow on it, okay? And look, he was in a movie and had that exact same headband with the bow. This is not a joke, all right? They do this stuff. It is predictive programming, all right? Predictive programming is used so you could just accept whatever they do. It's a mind control tactic. I talk more about that on Patreon, so you guys can go and get that to understand more about predictive programming. There's the video that I have on there that's about Vote or Die, and how that whole campaign was nothing but predictive programming. It's a mind control tactic. So Tracy Morgan and Sukihana both equal 792 in the Latin and reverse Sumerian cipher. Okay, so these characters are interconnected. It was pre-planned for these characters to have the names that they have, because they're all interconnected at the end of the day. So I recently released the 2025 Numerology calendar. It's on Patreon for you guys to purchase, okay? And there's also a video that I have. It's for free, okay? It's for free. You all can go and watch this video. All you have to do is make an account, and just join our Patreon. It's for free, okay? And you can watch this video to get an understanding of how to use it and why it is so necessary. Plus, there's a huge discount code within this calendar at the very end, and you can receive the numerology ebook that will explain the energy of each day. Okay, so you have to understand, like, everything that happens to you in life is not, you know, against you. It's not random. Everything has meaning. All right, so I recommend you guys go check out that calendar and go sign up for free. Join as a free member to watch that video explaining this. Okay, so Monique, Sukihana, and Tracy Morgan all equal 35. Okay, so like I said earlier, Monique is also Tracy Morgan. There's no separation. All these characters are the same. So here is a clip from a video that is on Patreon, further exposing Sukihana, Monique, and their character that runs the Shade Room, because the Shade Room is also one of those like detrimental to the mind type of pages that people should not be consuming. I have a video out on YouTube that goes in depth on this situation with the Shade Room, and I have a full version on Patreon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. So as you guys can see from this side by side of Monique and Sukihana, they are exactly the same, and I made a video on this about a year ago, and now I'm bringing this back to expose it better to you guys. All right, because I didn't really go in depth with connections between these two characters. Okay, so here's another side by side of these two characters, identical. They do so many things to try to distract from it. Now of course Sukihana is a mixture between Monique and Tracy Morgan. She's a 50-50 mixture of them, and this is a video that I did a year ago. I recommend you guys go check that video out. And here's a video that I did recently that you guys all seen about Monique being the CEO of the Shade Room. Okay, now here's a side-by-side that I made of Monique and the CEO of the Shade Room, Angelica. Now I also mentioned in that video that Angelica is Sukihana, who is Tiny's best friend, Tiny Harris' best friend. Okay, they look identical also, so she's a 50-50 mixture between those two characters. And here's another side-by-side. They're so much alike, it's ridiculous. So here's a crazy connection. Monique's middle name is Angela. Her other character, the CEO of the Shade Room, name is Angelica. Okay, so they're interconnected when it comes to their names. So Angela is her middle name, her last name is Hicks, and her other character, Sukihana's last name, just so happened to be Henderson. What is the connection? Both last names start with a H. Now they do these tiny little details. These are not reaches, okay? For all you NPC bots that love to say things are a reach, this is not a reach, because they do this stuff on purpose to deceive your ass, okay? So that's what's going on with this. Hicks and Henderson both start with a H. And let's talk about Sukihana's last name being Henderson. Hinder is in her last name, and hinder is a negative word because hinder means to hold something back or to stop something from going forth. All right, so with this character Sukihana, she promotes vulgar things to, of course, younger groups of people. All right, and the media pushes that character every time they do something vulgar, which is hindering the growth of consciousness for the youth. Okay, so that's why she has the last name Henderson. As you guys know, Angelica is the CEO over the Shade Room. So if you type in Monique and the Shade Room, this is what's going to pop up. An entire archive of content that the Shade Room has pertaining towards the Monique character. So we see that this is a huge connection between these two characters. All right, everything about the Shade Room is connected to Monique because the Shade Room shares drama and issues, and Monique is a drama character. Okay, and also, like I said in my previous video on this, two people who were doing damage control by posting lookalikes, they had gifts of Monique, and the Shade Room post their tweets at all people. It's because they had the gifts of Monique, and the Shade Room CEO is Monique. All right, that's a crazy connection. Her other character is the owner of the Shade Room, and they just so happen to have a whole archive section of Monique content. Monique is in a movie called Fat Girls. All right, in that movie, there's this actor in the movie I circled him right here. And this actor is ironically a Nigerian American comedian. Her other character is a Nigerian American. That is insane. That's a crazy connection. Angelica's last name matches to Hicks and Monique's full name with 23, 85, and 31 all in a reduction, reverse, and reverse reduction cipher. Monique's full name matches to Destiny Henderson, which is Sukihana's real name. And ironically, I talked to you guys about Henderson is hinder. Her agenda is to hinder the growth of consciousness. And then her first name is Destiny. So it's like this is all destiny. They're scripting out destiny to hinder the growth of consciousness with this character. That's crazy. They're using this character for a bigger agenda than people possibly think, because everybody loves to consume the media as if it's just entertainment, not noticing it is detrimental to your entire well-being and the generations to come after you. They match with 81 in the reduction cipher. So look at this. Monique was in a show called The Parkers. Her daughter in the show was called Kimberly Ann Parker, right? Destiny and Kim match with 33, all right? Destiny again is Sukihana's first name. They match with 33. 33 masonry. Come on. It's all connected. And that's in the ordinal and reduction cipher. So this is just a quick part 2, showing you guys more connections between these characters. When I seen that her name is Angelica and then Monique's middle name is Angela, that is a crazy connection. They love doing riddles like that, you know. They always do these little riddles to really mess with people's heads. So yeah, guys, Sukihana is one of Monique's characters, along with Angelica being one of Monique's characters. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much.